Despite construction still happening on Tornado Springs, Paultons Park is already well underway on building another new ride likely to be a brand new coaster. Join me throughout this video as I'll be showing you the latest construction on Tornado Springs, as well as a first look on what the theme park's next big project could be. My name is Luke from Coaster Connection, and I hope you enjoy this video. In case you didn't know, Community Connections is a series I run on this channel which is dedicated to news and updates. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so that you don't miss any future announcements from Paultons Park. Ever since Tornado Springs was first announced, I've been following its construction throughout the last 3 years. It's crazy just how much this area of the park has changed, and I can't wait to explore the new area once it's complete. As we approach nearer to its opening month, work on the project is slowly coming to an end, with the new area mostly finished. Testing of all the new rides is currently taking place, as well as adding the final details to the land. I'm now going to cover each of the new rides opening with Tornado Springs, as well as giving you one more look at how the rides are progressing before they officially open. Once I've done this, I'll then be talking about the construction on Paultons Park's next investment. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video so that you don't miss it. Starting off with the area's biggest new attraction, let's have a look at Storm Chaser. This is a family spinning coaster which has been manufactured by Mack Rides. Luckily on my visit I managed to capture the ride testing, so I was able to film some footage of the ride in action. It looks incredibly smooth and surprisingly very quiet for a coaster. I'll be uploading another video shortly after this one, which will be dedicated to all the footage I captured of Storm Chaser testing. If you are watching this video at a later date, I'll leave a card in this video so that you can watch it after this one. The roller coaster trains have a really nice design, with them being themed as tornado collectors for the local town. 2 trains will be able to run on the track at the same time, which will drastically help the ride's throughput, allowing the queues to move much faster. Speaking of the queue, most of it will be indoors, which means no matter what the weather is doing, guests will always be protected. It appears all of the rides in this new area will feature queue time boards, which will definitely help with the overall guest experience. The theming for the ride is great, with the station located in a barn, and the coaster has plenty of near-miss elements with some rock work. Buffalo Falls has reopened to the public ahead of the area's grand opening, which has allowed me to get some incredible views of the entire area. The ride used to be a very generic attraction with little to no theming. It's now fully incorporated into the new expansion, and from the looks of it, it's 10 times better. The entrance sign for the ride is probably my favourite out of all of the new attractions. Windmill Towers was another ride testing on my visit, which surprisingly looks quite intense despite being a junior drop tower. Like all of the other rides I've talked about so far, this attraction also has its wait time sign installed. Everything within Tornado Springs is very well themed, even down to the lights. Here is a close-up look at what some of the lights look like that are currently surrounding Windmill Towers. The driving school attraction now has its road markings in place, as well as theming surrounding the various roads. I was also able to spot the cars on the roads during my visit, which are very vibrant and colourful. I believe parents will actually be able to go on this ride with their kids by sitting on the back, which is a really unique addition. The queue line for this ride looks very long, which is definitely a strong indication that the theme park is expecting this ride to be a popular addition. Tricking Tractors has opened up much more than it previously was, so now we can get a much better look at the station and the ride area. The information boards have now been added, along with various bits of theming onto the station. Something I've noticed all throughout the land is the insane amount of chickens. They can be found on the roofs, fences and buildings all throughout the area. I'd love to know how many chickens they've added into the land, because it must be hundreds. It's crazy. The last 2 rides opening with Tornado Springs is the Cyclonator and the Rio Grande train. Not much to talk about here, partly due to the fact they're both complete and it is quite hard to see them from the construction site. The rides won't be the only thing opening with this new expansion, with the area also featuring a new shop, a diner, a couple of small food outlets and 2 new play areas. Considering they're opening all of this as part of one new land, it's amazing they're investing so much on a regular basis. It just goes to show how successful Paultons Park is as a business. Sadly, this will most likely be the last construction update for Tornado Springs, simply due to the fact the area is almost done. It's been so much fun watching the area get built over the last 7 or 8 updates, and the response on all the videos has been amazing. I was invited to attend the press event for the opening of this area, but like most things this year, sadly, it was cancelled, so hopefully they can reschedule it for next year. I'm still planning on creating a mini documentary on the new area, so I've been doing some of the early planning stages for that, so make sure you stay tuned on the channel for more information. Despite Paultons Park just finishing building Storm Chaser, it appears they are already building another brand new coaster, and here's why. Just behind the Cyclonator is a small area of grass which up until recently has remained empty. From going on the various rides around this area, it's now possible to see early construction for a new ride. Foundations have already been poured for what looks like coaster supports. From looking at the foundations complete so far, and by looking at the size of the construction site, it appears it will be a small coaster. I reckon it will fit nicely in between Dino Chase and the Caterpillar coaster in terms of its thrill level. The way it's situated next to Tornado Springs makes me think it will be an extension to this area. Recently, Lawrence Mancy tweeted that they're already working on something new for 2022, which would most likely be this new junior coaster. If this is in fact a coaster, that would mean the theme park would be home to 7 roller coasters. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my prediction that Paultons Park is building a new junior coaster for 2022. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a like to show your support. My name's Luke from Coaster Connection, and I'll see you in my next video.